I was brought up in a Christian household. We celebrated Christmas and went to church on Sundays. So I've always believed in God. I have the most amazing parents and they gave me the best upbringing. But while I was in high school, a very strict Christian school, I started suffering from extreme anxiety from the treatment I had suffered from a specific teacher. I was petrified of going to school. I would make myself sick so I could stay at home. I would sit in the toilets crying. I would phone my parents at work begging them to collect me. My parents decided enough was enough and they changed my school to a non-religious one. But the damage to my mental health was done. As I grew up, I became a rebellious teenager and I met an older Muslim boy at school who was also on a rebellious path. We used to meet up at the skate park, go to gigs and smoke weed together. He was a really lovely, humble guy with an amazing bond with his younger siblings and his mother. He was always polite, respectful, and took care of me and his other friends when we were together. His mother and sisters were always so welcoming. His mother would greet everybody with a huge smile and say, "Assalamu alaikum." She had an infectious laugh and you could hear it down the street. In all the years, we were friends. I never saw his dad. He was a very private man and extremely strict. My friend despised him. My friend went on to find out that he had cancer. He had lost his beautiful hair and his beard. He was so frail and weak, but always had a huge smile on his face. During his treatment at the hospital, his dad sets fire to their family home while the family was asleep. The entire family died. My friend lost his fight with cancer and he passed away in the weeks following the horrific deaths. My heart aches for them and I'm struggling to hold back the tears as I write it. My bond with this friend made me go on to defend Muslims. Anytime I heard somebody being Islamophobic, I would jump to their defense. If I saw anything online, I would have to comment. Over the years that followed, I've always felt a pull towards Islam. I can't describe the feeling. It's like a magnet. The more I learn, the more I feel myself falling more and more in love with the religion. One thing that resonates with me is how charitable Islam is. This warms my heart and it feels so right. But of course, I have a Christian family. We are all very traditional British with our Sunday roast and our obsession with tea. How would they react if I told them I was feeling drawn to Islam? I'd been struggling again with my mental health, which is an ongoing battle, but I just felt lost. Knowing that Muslims and Christians worship the same God, I started to pray as I knew how to. I put both hands together and I cried for guidance. I asked God to help me find myself. I decided to go for a walk in the park. It was quite busy. Children running around, people walking their dogs. It was quite obvious I had been crying and not one person said hello or asked if I was okay. I was sitting on that bench for 3 hours. I heard someone approaching me. When I turned around, a Muslim lady walked by with her 2 children. She had a kind face and smiled at me. She said, "Hello love, are you okay?" The rest is history. I knew that was a sign. Later that day, I said my Shahada in my room alone. When I said those words, my entire body tingled. I felt lighter. My stresses lifted from me and I knew I had found my way home. I'm learning to pray and reading the Quran. I have not yet told my family as it is early days, but one day I will. Alhamdulillah.